先のビデオ、謎を解きました。I will speak English in this video. Give me a moment, please. 浜田さん、ドロトゥチさん、イエガさん、本当にありがとうございました。まず読む前、私は英語圏に説明します。ちょっと待ってね、よろしく。So many of you were wondering what was going on with my last video because I didn't speak English. So I didn't speak English because I was asking if anybody could read this. And most Japanese people can't read this, so certainly people who can't speak Japanese wouldn't be able to read it either. This is highly stylized rendition of 1100-year-old poetry. Uses many obsolete forms. And I've had this for over 25 years. I said 26 in the last video, but I realized it was 1991 when a calligraphy master, Masanori Takahashi, visited my Japanese class. And this was one of the things that he created in 1991. And I wondered ever since what this actually says. And it suddenly occurred to me a week ago that I have thousands of subscribers on my YouTube channel from Japan. Outside the United States, I have more subscribers in Japan than any other country. So maybe somebody out there has the specialized knowledge to be able to read this. And so through Facebook and through YouTube, I was able to find somebody who could identify these. And then as I started looking up more and more, I'm starting able actually to be able to read these. I can distinguish every individual character. In particular, Dora Tuchu-san on YouTube, who said he studied classical Japanese in college and he was so thrilled that he could actually put it to use for once. So now I can read it. 読みましょうね。So let's read it, shall we? はい、zoom, zoom, zoom. So, このビデオのテクストではリンクを見てください。あのサイトは変体仮名を説明します。たくさん変体仮名here. There are a lot of old character forms here, and I have a website that I'm linking to in this video that shows some of these old character forms. So, there's two poems here. 最初、この和歌は、古今中の312番. This is number 312 from the Kokin Wakashu, a very significant collection of Japanese poetry, one of the first big collections of Japanese poetry, completed around the year 914. So, but almost exactly 1100 years ago. Choshawa, the author, was Kino Tsurayuki. So we have Tsurayuki. So here we go. Hajime. Yufutsukuyo, wo gura no yama ni, naku shika no, ko㑑のうちにや, aki wa kuru ram. So the basic meaning of that, kind of a rough face value meaning, is on a moonlit night at Ogura Mountain, from within the voice of a calling deer, autumn might possibly have come to an end. But there's a lot of references, Yufu Tsukuyo is a reference to things in other poetry, and Ogura Mountain might have been a reference to something in particular, not an actual mountain. I have another link that explains that, but it's all in Japanese. 別のリンクは、この和歌を説明します。ラムの、昔の文法ですね。別のリンク、見てください。This is an old conjugation here. This dam, originally damu, here written as a da. It appears to be something similar to teiru daro. Teiru daro to nite imasu ne. It seems to suggest wondering whether something has happened. そして、クルラムの、元の書き込みでクルラムの漢字はこれでした。だから、秋は終わりましょうね。So this is the original kanji that was used in this verb kururam. So it's clearly not the modern common verb kuru, meaning to come, but rather a word meaning to come to an end. This kanji is used for things like the end of the year, the end of the month, the end of the season, as in this case, or things going dark. Darkness seems to be a theme through here. The more I read up about the hidden meanings in this. So, 次の和歌, the next poem, 古今集の、313番 number 313 from the 古今和歌集、著者は大志小知の光です。The author 大志小知の光。We have 道しらば、たづねもゆかむ、もみじばを、ぬさとたむけて、秋はいにけり。I'll get to the English in that in a minute. That's really complicated. たくさん昔の言葉がありますね。またリンクを見てください。あのサイトはこの枠を説明します。さあ、僕の日本語のプレゼンテーションは終わります。見てくれてありがとうございました。見てくれてありがとうございました。So that's the end of my Japanese presentation. So for English, what I came up with, because this uses so many old words, is if I should know the way, I will visit, as the autumn leaves have gone as offerings to the gods. More scholarly versions have been found that say, if I knew the way, I would seek it out and set forth too. With scarlet leaves woven into offerings, autumn has departed. Or, autumn has set forth, offering many-hued leaves like fragments of cloth. If I knew which path to take, I would go and seek it out. So it seems to be about going to visit autumn, because autumn has left. The references to cloth or woven is because of the nusa here. Nusa. And if you're wondering why that looks like a chi, it's actually the old version of sa goes like that, and then like that. This line here is part of the character. It's one of the old forms you can see in that first side I linked to. A nusa is the Shinto staff with the bits of cloth on the front that the priest would use to bless people, they bless travelers. So the poem is making reference kind of to the leaves of autumn and the cloth on the staff being somehow intertwined or interrelated, being reference to the same thing. There's a lot, again, of hidden meanings in these things. They're really are works of art, not just in the way they're written, but the actual words that they use. The more I still learn more about these every day as I look them up. So I hope you find this even remotely as interesting as I do. But it's so nice finally to be able to know what both of these say and be able to identify all these different characters, even these really old forms. You know, like the na, you know, that's a na. Okay. It's really cool.